What's going on, all my good people out there in social media world? Thank y'all for tuning in today. My name is Daryl Boyles. I am your finance coach, certified. Now, finally got my certification done. Your real estate agent. Here to help create homeowners. And here we are, Dollar Discussions. Ready to talk about buying that franchise. With me tonight, I got the man, the myth, the legend, the soon-to-be Hall of Fame guy, Mr. Rodney. He was so nice to join us, man. So we're gonna get to it, man. Hopefully not hopefully, but we are gonna share a lot of great information for y'all tonight. So thank you, Mr. Rodney, for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me, man. It only took a year for me to get on your show, so yeah, man. We've been best friends for 10 years now, and you know, on your show. But you know what? I made it.
Yeah, you finally
I made
it. Yeah, man. Me and Rodney been cool for years, man. We went in together on a deal with thousands of dollars on the line with just a handshake and just our word, man. So ever since then we've been rocking. Everything went like how we said it was gonna go. So just goes to show you, man, be a person of your word, be a man or a woman of your word, do what you say you're gonna do. And that ties into what we're gonna be talking about, some of the things we're gonna be talking about tonight. So if y'all out there, say what's up to me, man. Give me a wave. Tosh says good evening to you as well. My bride says hey. So hey y'all, if y'all out there tuning in, say what's up in the comments. So let's get to it, man. Mr. Rodney, the man, the myth, the legend.
Let's do it.
I know where you're at now, but let's take it back a little bit. So when you were growing up, was personal finance, was that a humongous subject, or that really talked about heavily as you were growing up?
No, not at all in my house. You know, my mom had 7 kids, so she basically raised us on her own. You know, my father went in my life, so you know, conversation like that was never had. You know, it was just survival. Mm-hmm. You know, so I never had any personal, you know, finance conversation or how to save money, you know, how to invest. You know, I got 50 cents, man. The first thing I did, I ran to the store.
And buy a little debit.
Exactly. Yep.
So I know all about that. All right. So that's very, very humble beginning. So when did you notice or know or realize or come to the point where personal finances was important or needed to be an area that you needed to focus on?
So let me give you a little background about myself. So after graduating from high school, I joined the military. So during that time, you know, when you're coming out of high school and, you know, you're 18, 19 years old and you don't know about saving and, you know, investing and stuff like that. So you start just spending your money, you know, and it happened today with kids that go into the military today, that these kids that doesn't come from a good foundation, you know, it's still happening today where they get into the military, they start getting a paycheck, you know, the 1st and 15, we like to call it. You're getting paid, you know, every 2 weeks.
Payday.
Yeah. So I just, you know, I fell into that, you know, just spending. And, you know, my first 10 years in the military, I wasted a lot of money. My first 10 years.
What's a lot? How much, if you had to put a number to it?
Man, look, buying CDs and all that stereo equipment, you know, I don't have none of that stuff today. Don't even know where that, just throwing away money, you know, buying clothes and all kind of crazy stuff. But so, yeah, I wasted 10 years in the military. And I came across this guy, this investor guy, and he worked for, I don't know if you heard of First Command. So First Command is like a It's like an investment company, you know, like USAA and all those other investment company out there. So we just started talking, and from that point on, you know, I began to, you know, to start saving, you know, start saving my money.
You know, it's crazy. It's that exposure, really. That guy exposed you to something different, and it's the same thing I talk about in my book. Just being exposed, you know, going to the my landlord's house, just seeing the different side, and it's really great to be exposed to a different side of life. So I see the views going up. If y'all out there, man, let me know y'all tuning in. Say what's up. Y'all got any questions for him? Go ahead and put them in the comment section, and we'll get them answered. All right, so I know the story, but why don't you tell the good people about when you went to go get a car when you were a young man in the military? What happened there?
So yeah, so my first duty station was in Korea. So you basically you couldn't even have a car over there, and so I wasn't concerned about getting a car. I wasn't concerned about credit score or none of that stuff. To be honest, I really didn't understand credit score at the time. If I think about it, I was still, you know, 18, 19-year-old. So so after I left Korea, I went to Fort Hood, Texas. And so all of my friends there, you know, they riding and pushing their whip, you know,
clean
in the Lone Star State, you know, listen to Paul Wall, you know.
Twangers at the trunk pop.
Yeah. So I was like, man, I got to get a car. But let me back up. Before I joined the military, I went to a trade school. It was like electronic school. So I was into computers and stuff like that, but it didn't work out. But I took that loan from Sallie Mae, and that's where it starts. All right, there with Sallie Mae. Yep, stay away from Sallie Mae.
She called herself Navient now. Navient now.
So yeah, I took that money. You know how it is, man. You pay for your books and all that other stuff. What's left over is yours, and you just ball out with it.
Yeah.
You know, having a good time. You know, never thought that this would come back, you know, and hunt me. So that student loan was on my credit report. And like I said, at the time, I really didn't understand credit then. And I was probably like 21, 22. So I went to the dealership, you know, pick out a nice Honda Accord. And so you know how it go. You fill out the paperwork, you know, they get your SSN, and they run your social security number. You know, you sit in a little office, you know, and they come back and tell you, Mr. Great Three, we can't help you because you got bad credit. You got this student loan on your credit report. And
had you already had the car picked out?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, behind the board.
When I was in my 20s, I didn't make it that far. I didn't get to go into the office. They stopped me way before that. But all right.
So yeah, man. So that right there kind of like opened my eyes. You know, I left out that dealership and I felt low. You know, just felt awful. You know, and then I had to continue riding with my partner. You know, shotgun everywhere.
Yeah. Hitting them up, say, hey, I need a ride.
Yeah.
So all right. So what did you do? You know you needed to improve your credit. What did you do personally to learn what it is that you needed to do in order to fix your credit?
Man, like I said, when I got denied, that was my first time, of course, ever, you know, getting denied. And the 1st and 15th, man. The 1st and 15th, every time I got paid, I would send something to, you know, the collection agency to pay off the student loan. So I'll send $200 there, and send $400, wherever I could send, I'll send it to, to get my credit score right. So
Okay.
it was only about $1,500, but I mean, but that's a lot when you're like 21 years old.
That should kind of tell you the kind of person he is when he says stuff like only $1,500. When we met back I don't know 09, 08, 0 something or like it was a while ago.
Yeah.
When we met, he made a comment which I have never heard anybody spoke, and I ain't never forget it. He said, "Oh, you only need like a 650 or something like that." And I was like, "Only a 650?" I said, "That's a high score. That is a high credit score, 650." At the time, I thought it was anyway, but yeah. So that just kind of lets you know the kind of mindset he's in. All right, so you get denied, you learn what it is that you need to do, you apply new principles, you're in position. Let's fast forward to when you are about to start one of your first businesses, Rolling Video Games. So how did you get the finances in order to start Rolling Video Games?
Wow. So of course I retired from the military. So after being in the military for like a little over 20 years, I was just building my credit. It was credit cards, it was small loans, or I even did like a debt consolidation loan one time. So just little stuff like that, but paying on time, never being late, just always paying on time, and just building your history, So that's how, I got to the point where, my credit score, I start checking my credit score. And, once you see that thing start going up, it's kind of, you get addicted. You're like, well, okay, what else can I pay off?
Yeah.
But, just paying off cars, I done had so many cars that I hadn't paid off. But yeah, man, just getting addicted to seeing that score going up. It's feel good. Like when you're a little overweight, and you start working out.
Low blow.
No shade at you, my man.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I bet. Okay, so you got the finances. So I told the people that we would talk about how to use their personal credit on how to finance their business. So you use your personal credit. How much money did it cost to start Rolling Video Games that you got from your personal credit?
Zero.
No. How much did you borrow? I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
How much did you borrow?
Wow. To get into the business, I needed about $70-some thousand to get into the business. Of course, that's how much the truck itself costs. And I had a car at the time, so I traded my car in for a truck. So,
yeah, I remember that car.
Yeah.
Ladies, the leather felt real soft in there. I wasn't used to that kind of leather.
Yeah. So, but no, man, about 70,000 to get into the business.
So you were able to start a business using your personal credit, and you borrowed 72,000 that you didn't have to pay anything out of pocket.
No.
But your credit was in a position that you were able to do so, and you got your credit in a position just by being consistent, right? Being consistent on your bills.
Right.
I love it. So, what would you say to somebody who doesn't have maybe the credit, a strong enough credit rating, but who really wants to start a business? What would you say to that person that might be watching right now?
Man, just be patient. Build your credit score. Pay your bills on time. Save your money, and just be patient. But at the same time, look for opportunity. I'm always looking for opportunity. Even if I can't make a move right now, I'm still researching right now.
Uh-huh.
I know
So
my
how much money does it cost you to research?
Zero.
Zero. So it doesn't cost money to research. How much does it cost you to read?
Zero.
Okay, so I say that to say a lot of people. I can't say a lot of people. I have came across quite a few people who they're not using their time as they could be because they don't really have the resources at the time. So what he's telling you is that it costs you nothing to educate yourself at this point. And we live in the information age. If y'all got any questions, drop them in the comments for me, man. We got Mr. Man, the myth, the legend. Okay, I see the comments coming in. What's up going on, Ashley? Lewis, what's going on? Yeah, research is free. Reading is free. All right, so I know this, but I want you to tell the people.
Yeah.
So you started the business over $70,000 that you were able to get because of your credit. How long did it take you just to pay off the business? How long did it take you?
Man, probably 2 or 3 years. And so let's back up. The way that I got that money, and I wouldn't, advise everybody to try to do this. But I basically finance everything on credit cards. So if I knew to try to get a business loan to do a game truck was going to be hard, because at that time that gaming stuff had just came out. I think in 09 or 10. So it was new. So to get a business loan for something that new, it was going to be hard. So basically I came across this finance company, and so what they did, so they basically took my information and just applied for credit cards, business credit cards. So, but the thing is, you have to have at least a 750 credit score. So I had a 750 credit score. So basically what he did, and at the time, I ain't know this because I could have did this myself. So he basically just went online and started filling out, all these credit card applications in my name. So, and they just start, coming in the mail. And so, of course, when they send you credit card, they send you these balance transfer checks that you can use. So that's basically how I financed the $72,000. I took the balance transfer checks and I just wrote it to the company. Now those transfer checks, they give you some of them was 12 months, 18 months interest free. No interest for 12 or 18 months. I think he even had one for 24 months. So that's what, 2 years on one, a year and a half. So during that time, so I hustled and made the money, and I paid off the credit card before the interest rate started kicking in.
I love it.
Yeah, I wouldn't advise, to do that unless you're going into a business that's gonna turn the numbers. So I had a good feeling about this. So yeah, I took a chance.
I know personally from experience with the last business I had, it is easier to get a personal loan than it is to get a business loan. It's way less paperwork. So this is something that you need to consider, especially if you don't need a whole lot of money. I didn't need anywhere. I didn't need 72,000 up front when I started my last business. So, but depending on what kind of business you want to start, you really should consider getting a personal loan if a loan is what you need. So 72,000. How long did it take you to pay off that 72,000?
About 3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
There's no way I can say that calmly, but it's cool, it's chill at that. But that's why you're the man, the myth, the legend. 3 years. to pay out $72,000 in business debt, and also I'm sure you still had to eat, right? Did you eat within those 3 years?
Yeah, man, I ate good.
I bet. So you still had a life. You still had a life outside of that. So a lot of it's not uncommon for people when they start a business to start making money, to start enjoying the fruits of their labor instantly. So what made you apply your new business profits to paying off debt?
Man, Cuff, I hate older people, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't like to owe anybody. So
Yeah.
you know, if you loan me $1 today, and man, I'm gonna give it back to you right away. I hate for people, especially, you know, when people come around and you know, they know that you owe them money. It just feels, you know, you get that awkward feeling like, man,
awkward.
I know I owe this dude, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'll pay him tomorrow.
You better not be shopping.
So no, yeah, I don't like older people, man. So I like to pay my debt, man. You know, of course, you know, the Bible said if you borrow and you don't pay it back, you're a wicked man.
Wow, that's what the words say.
That's what it say, man.
We might need to pray for some repentance. So I wanna hear from y'all out there in the comments. Let me know, like, how important is it to you to repay your debts? I know with me, some debts take priority over others. Some of it I will definitely do my best to get it back as fast as I can, but others is you will get it when I can get it to you.
Yeah.
You'll get it when I can get it to you. Some debts, but I know from knowing you for so long that you are the type of person you don't mind being strapped financially as long as you don't owe anyone. That's just the type of person you are. All right, so let's fast forward a little bit. So if y'all got any questions, also put them in the comments. Put them in the comments, and we'll get them answered. So you got rolling videos, you got rolling video games going, but let's talk about your weekends. Tell the people how your weekends were spent for those first 3 years with rolling video games.
Wow, working. Actually, for the first 7 years. Yeah, the first 7 years, every Saturday and Sunday, for 7 years straight, basically.
Every weekend. I want to hear from y'all. Can y'all do that? Could y'all work every weekend for years on end to get out of debt? That's what I want to hear. Talk to me.
Well, no, I took some weekends off, but for the majority of the time,
over 90%.
Yeah.
Over 90%.
Yeah.
All right, so hear from me. Lewis says it's a top priority to get that money in on time. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Definitely. We actually got Tam B in the building. I feel like I made it right now at this point. I have arrived. Tam B is checking us out. So let's talk about Bergrum. This is a franchise. So Bergrum, I'm sure, was a little different from rolling video games.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Bergrum had a much higher price point.
Yes.
Than rolling video games. So how are you enjoying the process of Bergrum? And give us the PG-13 version.
Now it's getting better. It's getting better. But you're talking about the process of getting it started?
Yes.
Oh, wow. It was crazy. First, the finance part of it. So of course I have a business partner. So we both went in on a SBA loan. So that's basically how we finance, everything through a SBA loan. Of course.
So what you built it? That place wasn't. I mean, the spot wasn't completely done when you all started there. So how was that process having to get it built?
Man, that's something that we'll never do again. Um, yeah,
Okay.
because it's best to go into a second generation restaurant, which means somebody already been in there. The hood and everything is already in the store. You just going in and taking over. This particular store wasn't nothing in there, so you're basically building from the bottom up. Um, but yeah, that's something we'll never do again. As far as the process of getting a loan, it's a long process,
Uh-huh.
and they want to know everything about you. Where you from, who you hang with, what hood you rep. but but no, man, it's a long process, and of course you have to have a good credit score. Number one, you have to have money in the bank. You speak on this stuff all the time when you talk about your net worth. Your so yeah, so they streamline you. You had to get them bank statements and all of this stuff, and of course you got to put up something too, because somebody gonna lend you
That kind of money.
$500,000. They want to make sure that you can pay it back.
Yeah, definitely.
So and you gonna have to put up something too, maybe like your house, your car, your girlfriend,
Something.
your wife. You gonna have to
Your firstborn.
your firstborn. You gonna have to put up something, to if you trying to get the money. So
Okay, so hold on. We got some questions. We got some questions we got to get answered. So Ms. Tam B wants to know, how did you go about seeking out this particular franchise? Why this one and not another known franchise?
so to be honest, my business partner, he actually came across this particular franchise, and man, another important thing too. If you go in business with somebody, make sure you pick a good business partner, somebody smart, who's smarter than you. And
Uh-huh.
so just like I did my research on rolling video games, people always ask me, how did you come up with this? It wasn't my concept.
Uh-huh.
I just research. I research a lot. And the same thing with my business partner too. There isn't a franchise out there that this dude don't know about.
Yeah.
So he actually came across this particular franchise, and he brought it to me, and I was like, yeah, man, that's unique. It's different. And one of the things that when I'm doing my research, what I look for, something that is different and unique, to bring to the area. So, of course, it was different. It was unique. So
And
at
it was,
the time, I didn't jump on it because I had too many things going on. So,
yes,
but it came back around, like 3 years, and so we jumped on it.
I got you.
We jumped
Good
on.
deal. So we got another question. Ms. Tam B. She wants to know, was it personal credit or business credit or both for the SBA loan?
It was personal.
Good
It
deal.
was
Good
it
deal.
was it was all personal. All
Good deal.
personal.
Good deal. I'm so happy for y'all, man. Happy for you. I got to witness the building of it from the ground up, man, and that was a great thing to see something just being created. Especially other entrepreneurs, they know what it feel like to watch a vision, or just people, not even entrepreneurs, people with a vision or a dream or a passion when you see it actually comes to fruition. So I was definitely happy for you. Definitely. So if someone wanted to buy into a franchise, how much? What will be the first step that they do? We know they need to research. Do you think that they would need like any personal money to be able to put up to start? to start to buy into a franchise?
No, you don't need any money to put up. Long you have a good credit score and you got money in the bank, you don't have a whole lot of debt. Of course, like I said, at that point, I think my credit score was like 800. You know,
Light flex, light flex.
so so no, man, a good credit score. You know, not a whole lot of debt, and of course, man, you got to have your network. You got to have money in the bank.
Mhm.
You got to have money in the bank. You don't even have to use your money, and that's the way, you know, that I would probably you know, tell everybody to go. If you don't have to use your, you know, your money, don't use your money, you know, because if things don't, you know, don't work out, you can always, you know, file
Still got your,
bankruptcy or,
and you still got your money to fall back on.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, and that's the game that, you know, that they play. You know, that's the game that they play, man. If you get into a business that don't work out, you know, file bankruptcy and start over. You know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So Jamal has a very good question. How has the Corona affected your business?
Wow. Yeah, that
Give
was
us the PG-13 version.
okay. That was scary. And so yeah, when that thing first hit back in March, we shut down for a month and a half. Yeah,
Mhm.
we shut down. So we still had, you know, the SBA loan to pay. We had rent to pay. We had all these other bills, you know, to pay. So you,
I definitely pray for you, my brother.
it was scary. You know, my house was on the line.
Yeah.
You know? So so yeah, it was scary. It was scary, but we doing good now. So you know, thank God for that. But
Yeah.
we're maintaining now.
Good deal. All right, so this what I want y'all to do for me. If y'all watching, y'all liking what y'all see, go ahead and hit the share button for me. Let some other people join into this conversation. Hit that share button for me in the right corner of your screen. Let some other good people join in. And also, if y'all got any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat so we can get them on. Jamal says good. Jamal Bates, the Jamal Bates.
Yeah, Jamal, you need to come back through. You only been through one time, my man.
Yeah, what's up with that, Jamal?
Yeah,
We know you like to eat.
I'm always checking out your podcast.
Yeah, go check him out. Go check out Jamal's podcast, Just a Church Boy. Go ahead and subscribe to that. All right, Tam B wants to know, how long will it take or does it take to start seeing a profit in the restaurant industry?
Wow, that's a good question.
I'm
You know, it's the
pretty sure that varies.
yeah. You know, of course, this is my first restaurant, but to be honest with you, man, it's all about the support
Mhm.
that you get. You know, if you get good support, of course, you know, you have to give good service and, you know, and all that stuff too that goes along with running a restaurant. But man, it's just if getting support from the community, and um, you know, you can probably do it in maybe 5, 6 years, depending on, you know, the size of the restaurant. You know, if you're talking about, you know, $300,000 or something like that, you can probably start seeing a profit. You know, probably 4 or 5 years. But
Okay.
it just depends, man. If you giving good service, your food is good, folks. You know, folks like your place. You know, you killing it every day. You know, for 2 or 3 years, you just been tearing it up. You know,
Yeah.
it can be 3 years. It can, you know, it can be two.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just depends on, you know, just getting that support.
Okay. Tam B wants to know what was the biggest, I'm stuttering. The biggest challenge you faced with building your business.
Um, the bill out.
Okay.
Yes. The bill out. Uh,
Okay.
dealing with the contractors, the different contractors, um, the plans of the restaurant, everything didn't quite fall in place. Um, though there was some unforeseen stuff, that
Murphy's Law.
yes, that caused more money, all the regulation, the rules, the city laws, state laws, and all of that stuff. So yeah, like I said, this was our first restaurant. So, but now, knowing all of this stuff now, I mean, next time it'll be it'll be easy. But just a bill out and dealing with all the different regulations and stuff like that. But once you get past that stuff, man, it's a good feeling once you open your doors.
I can imagine. So the same, I would dare to say the same principles as far as being wise with your personal finances also apply to being wise with your business finances. Would
Oh
that be a true statement?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause sometimes, man, you can start a business and you can be doing good, and you start blowing that money because you think this thing ain't gonna never, ain't gonna never stop,
Uh-huh.
So um, once you start, making that money, you have to be, smart, smart with it. So in my case, like I said, when I started, um, rolling video games, I I was doing good. I could have, you know,
Rolled off into the sunset.
man, look, the money that was coming in, I could have just been blowing that money and, having a good time with it, going to the Cheesecake Factory.
I
No shade.
think
But
I think you coming for me, man. So I got to get my $8 slice.
yeah, but no, man, instead of doing stuff like that, I paid my debt.
Good,
Paid
good,
my debt.
good. Tell the people something encouraging that might be struggling financially. Being that you came from very, very humble beginnings financially. Someone who might be struggling financially, tell them something to encourage them. What's something they should know?
Um, man, a lot of people like to say, follow your passion, you know, um, but I like to follow my heart. So, just follow your heart. But if you want to get to that next level, man, you got to pick up a book. You gotta read. You gotta educate yourself. You gotta listen to people like Dave Ramsey, um, Dollar Discussion.
Uh,
So he's basically, man, just be patient, educate yourself, and and don't give up. Save your money. Save your money.
Yeah, just I know like one of the things for me that really irks me, especially people that look like us, when they make comments like, I don't like to read, or they don't even have to say it, they just won't read. Like, I don't know how many times like I could send someone a book, and if I'm sending you a book, it's because I think it's gonna add value to your life. Um, and they never actually pursue it at all. They don't look up the book, they don't Google it, YouTube it, nothing. So definitely reading, definitely reading is fundamental. This is why people slaves, not this is why people back in slavery they used to kill us, for knowing how to read, because you cannot keep
Exactly.
educated mind in
Right.
poverty, or you can't keep an educated mind in bondage. Um, so yeah, so Tam B says this was a great interview. Thank you for answering my questions. No doubt,
Well, no problem.
no doubt, Tam B. So if y'all like the interview, I want y'all to hit that share button. We're gonna be wrapping up here in a minute. If y'all got any questions, y'all want to get to Rodney, let him answer it. Please go ahead and drop them in the comments. Also, if y'all watching this, I want y'all to go by Burgum. I want y'all to go order an Angus burger with no onions, no tomatoes, and an Oreo shake. All right, the Oreo shake is clutch. Okay, that's like I eat a lot of milkshakes. I've had a lot of milkshakes in my day, and Burgum has some delicious milkshakes. So I definitely want y'all to get that. The Angus burger is delicious. I've had a lot of burgers in my life too, and definitely the Angus burger is my top pick. So definitely go by Burgum. It's in front of Kroger's on right off Killian by Gold's Gym, the stop sign, all in that area. All right, so if y'all got any more questions, put them in the comments. The turkey burgers with an egg.
Yeah,
that sounds very healthy. Very healthy. I need something a little bit more cholesterol. And Jamal is talking about a veggie burger. What is y'all people eating? I know Tam B. I know why she eating the turkey burger, but Jamal, come on now. Come on over to the side you belong with. All right, so this beautiful young lady says, what are some things you'll do differently if you were to start a new franchise or a new restaurant?
Oh, wow, good question. What would I do differently? Let's see, man. So
we know that you don't want to. We know that you want the restaurant already built. You don't want to have to build it out again.
Right. Well, yeah, that's number one. Probably just doing more research, because like I said, it was a lot of stuff that we didn't know when we got into it. But you can never do too much of researching, man. So more researching, so yeah, just research, ask questions, go to see if you can talk to other different people that own restaurants, and pick their brains a little bit, because it was a lot, even dealing with the lease, with signing the lease. The lease, man, it was so complicated that you got to get a lawyer to go over the lease with you.
Use a lot of big words.
Man, just some big words, but it's just that language, man.
Yeah.
That is in the lease. It's like speaking Chinese, like this 4 day off, if all kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So you have to have a lawyer, man, just to, and of course, you got to pay the lawyer. So just all kind of little hidden fees, like that. So just research every step up until you open that door.
Also, one of the things I know personally, when you were going throughout this process, some people feel like they can't get information from certain people. I think is a good way to say it. But one of the things I noticed that you did was and what I mean by that is some people feel like they can't get the right information from people that they feel like they'll be in competition with. But one of the things Rodney did is that he went out of town several times to talk to different restaurant owners, different burger owners, to sit down and chat with the business owners. So if you're looking to start in any kind of business, part of your research, please make sure you actually talk to the people that are in it, that are in the field. And this comment right here is a blessing. Let the Lord use you. She says, I got a shake for me. I have a shake. What? I have you on that shake. That's what she said. That means come to Burger, and she gonna have me on the shake. All right, Tam B, do you have an aha moment or something that shocked you about the business of franchise that blindsided you? you outdid of the build out?
Yeah, I think I know where she's coming from. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there was like 50, 11 blindside moments.
I don't know.
Oh, that blindsided you outside of the build out. That's what she meant.
Yeah.
Something that shocked you outside of the build. Something that was tough. Don't worry, just think about it. We'll come back. We'll come back to that one. All right. So she had another question. She said, "What's the process like hiring employees, determining wages, benefits, etc.? Did you have an accountant to help you determine what that should look like?"
So yeah, we do have a CPA, but so when you first sign up with the franchise, they give you this I think it's called FDD, but all that information and stuff is in there. You know what you should be making a year. It's like a budget. Kind of sort of like a budget.
Okay.
But for as wages and stuff like that, man, it's regardless, it's gonna be based on how much money you're making. Yeah, well, no, of course, minimum wages is what $7.25. So I mean, of course, being a new franchise or in this area, because nobody really never heard of Bergram unless you out on the West Coast. So so we couldn't come in, paying $14, $15, an hour. Of course, at first you have to establish, yourself. So so yeah, it's just based on, how much money you making. If you making Chick-fil-A money, you can pay $13 an hour. Matter of fact, I was in Lexington passing Chick-fil-A over there yesterday, and they hiring starting at $13 an hour. So it's,
they can afford that. I've never been to a Chick-fil-A that wasn't crowded.
Yeah, but can we afford $13 an hour? No, we can't afford that right now. I wish we could, because if we paying you $13 an hour, then that means I'm getting paid. So, but yeah, so it just depends on the money you bringing in. You have a budget.
All right. I'm gonna cut Rodney loose. We've been together for
yes
48 minutes. So if y'all got any questions, Rodney is a very approachable guy, very humble, very down to earth. So if y'all got any questions for him at all, go to Bergram, buy some food, and as you're waiting on your food to come, go ahead and holler at him, ask him a couple of questions. But yeah.
Yeah, if you go by the store and you have any problem with your food or whatever, you can feel free to contact me and let me know.
Yes.
Let me know. So like Darryl said, I'm an approachable guy. We try our best to give the best service. Of course, we're Black owned, and we already in the dog fight, because we got, when you got Jersey Mike and, Tropical Smoothie and McDonald's and all those places surrounding, surrounding you. So we want to make sure that we give the best service that we can give. If you ever have any problem, you can just come out the store. I'm there mostly on Monday and Tuesday. Or just hit me up on Facebook or whatever. Say I want by your store and this what happened, and just let me know. I would like to make it right.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, man, I want y'all to go support this Black owned franchise. It's right in front of Kroger. Kroger, Gold's Gym, that area right there. So that's all the questions we're gonna take for the night. If y'all got any more, definitely hit them up. Rodney, I appreciate you for joining us for like the past hour almost. If y'all like the interview, man, do me a favor, hit that share button for me. If you don't, other people won't be able to see it because of the brand page. But yeah, anyway, just hit that share button for me. And if y'all got any more questions, anything I want to talk about, just definitely contact me or Rodney, and we'll definitely try to get your question answered. But thank y'all. I'll see y'all next week. All right. Appreciate y'all.